W. F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of Lightning Often Strikes Twice, the 50 Biggest Misconceptions in Science, by Brian Clegg, narrated by Nick Holbek. Introduction. For millennia, folklore and proverbial wisdom have been used in an attempt to explain the world around us. Some of these beliefs, derived from experience, have later proved to have a basis in science. For example, red sky at night really does suggest good weather next morning. Similarly, willow bark does indeed reduce pain, as it contains salicin, which in the form of salicylic acid is better known as aspirin. Other explanations and beliefs are fictions and have managed to hang on to the present despite plenty of scientific evidence to the contrary, and sometimes this proverbial wisdom has versions that are directly contradictory. Think, for example, of many hands make light work and too many cooks spoil the broth. Or it may have become a ritual that became detached from any sense of reality. A great example of this is Groundhog Day in America, the event rather than the film. Taking place on the 2nd of February every year, legend has it that the actions of a groundhog, the best known being the semi-mythical Punxsutawney Phil, coming out of its burrow on that day determines what the weather will be like for the following 6 weeks. If it is overcast and the groundhog casts no shadow, then things are set fine. But if it's sunny, the groundhog is supposed to be scared back into its burrow by the sight of its own shadow, bringing on 6 weeks of wintry weather. In this book, we explore 50 commonly held beliefs about our world that are either misleading or downright false. Some are dependent on folklore. Take, for instance, the titular suggestion that lightning never strikes the same place twice, once so widely believed that it became a way to refer to an event that is unlikely to recur. Others, often featuring in more modern folklore, though, come from what feels like a more scientific source. When first attempts at what we would now call science were being developed in ancient times, the standards for producing an explanation or theory were far less rigorous than is the case with modern science. Ancient philosophers had a tendency to make scientific statements based primarily on argument, rather than on making a detailed examination of nature. The great ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, for example, infamously asserted that women had fewer teeth than...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?